Religious leaders across the country have held a two-day third National Dialogue Conference at Nairobi's Ufungamano House to assess the state of the nation following the conclusion of the 2022 general elections and to formulate strategies for engagements moving forward. The third National Dialogue Conference was inspired by the words of the national anthem that is "Let all with one accord in common bond united and fill every heart with thanksgiving." Michelle Macau begins with that report.
The Dialogue Reference Group has commended stakeholders who took part in the August 2022 general elections and Kenyans at large for holding a peaceful election process. Speaking during the third National Dialogue Conference, National Council of Churches of Kenya NCCK Chairman Reverend Dr. Alphonse Kanga thanked the religious leaders who are committed in delivering peace messages, the youth for desisting from engaging in violence, and the political parties and candidates who are aggrieved by the election results for choosing to seek redress in court rather than provoking conflict and violence in the country.
During this conference, we have assessed the implementation of the framework for national dialogue that we launched in 2018. While a lot has been achieved, we have noted areas in which further action is required.
We especially thank God as religious leaders who are fully committed to deliver peaceful messages through the pulpit and other platforms. We thank all the youth who heard the cry of the nation and desisted from engaging in violence. We know our history, how the youth were used in the past. We thank all political actors who heard the call to engage in issue-based campaigns rather than the unusual ethnic rhetoric laced with incitement we have experienced in the past. It is our prayer and plea that this mindset continues to guide us.
The leaders, while addressing the press after a two-conference, called for public participation in the governance and welfare of the nation, with county governments being challenged to put in place meaningful public participation structures and processes.
On their part, we call upon the county and national governments to put in place meaningful public participation structures and processes. This will be achieved when the people are accorded adequate access to information and timelines to make their contributions.
The conference assessed the implementation of the framework for national dialogue that was launched in 2018 as a way of forging the way forward to each time the country holds an election.
We are concerned that the country has not exhibited firm commitment to deal with corruption and are shocked by the manner in which the Director of Public Prosecution is dropping cases touching on high-level crimes. The public confession by the Director that he was influenced by the previous regime to frame people through court cases means the office has lost independence and can no longer be trusted to not be influenced by the current regime to similarly frame other people. For this reason, we recommend that the Director takes time for introspection and takes decisive action to reassure Kenyans of the independence of this key constitutional organ of this country.
For Hope TV Newswatch, I'm Michelle Macau.